Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going somewhere a bit rugged. We're jumping into the world of mountain prospecting for semi-precious stones.
hmm
Think less gentle stroll, more adventure. Scaling slopes, maybe finding some actual hidden treasures,
Yeah.
connecting with nature in a really intense way.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been digging into some really interesting material on this from a piece called Why Mountains.
Ah, okay.
It's kind of our guide today. We'll look at why mountains have this pull for gem hunters, what kind of stones you might actually find some really beautiful stuff,
Right.
and how it stacks up against, looking along rivers or beaches, plus the really crucial bits, gear and safety. That's key for the high country.
Definitely. So our mission today basically is to give everyone listening a solid feel for what mountain prospecting is all about.
Yeah.
The unique thrill, what makes it different, and like you said, how to approach it without, well, getting into trouble. Sort of a fast track to understanding this whole adventurous thing.
Let's do it.
So let's start right there. Why mountains? What is it about these huge rocky structures that makes them better hunting grounds for gems than, say, your average beach?
Well, it really comes down to geology. Mountains are born from some pretty intense stuff, immense pressure,
Yeah.
heat, tectonic plates crashing around.
Right, the heavy lifting of planet formation.
Exactly. And those processes, they actually create and concentrate minerals, including the semi-precious stones we're talking about.
Okay.
Rivers and beaches, they often have stuff that's been washed down, tumbled, moved far from its origin. Mountains, you're often much closer to the source, where the gems actually formed in the rock.
Okay, so that idea of mountains as these natural crucibles almost,
Yeah.
where crystals are born under pressure, that already sounds way more intense than panning sand.
It is.
Okay, what about the climate itself, the rugged terrain? What's the specific appeal there?
Yeah, the material we looked at really highlights that sense of adventure. It talks about, navigating steep bits, rocky outcrops. There's a unique thrill it mentioned. It's not just the hope of finding something cool. It's the whole package. Being out there in that powerful landscape, kind of testing yourself against it.
It's like you have to earn the discovery, right? You're
Yeah.
not just strolling along.
Exactly. You're actively engaging.
Makes sense that finding a gem after all that effort would feel
Yeah.
more special, like a real reward from the earth.
Totally.
Okay, so what kind of beautiful things are we actually hoping to find up there? What does the source mention?
It uses the phrase stunning array, which I think fits. Mountains, being so geologically varied, can host a huge range of stones.
Like what?
The piece specifically calls out amethyst, the beautiful purples.
Classic.
Garnet
Mm.
with those deep reds. And then things like agate and jasper, which have those amazing patterns and bands. Really intricate stuff.
Wow, yeah. Agate and jasper can be incredible. It's wild to think about the time it takes for those patterns to form inside the rock.
Millions of years.
Yeah.
And the material points out something cool. Often the colors and textures kind of reflect the local environment. Well, you might find, say, green stones where there's copper nearby, or earthy tones in volcanic areas. The local minerals and conditions directly influence how the gem looks.
Ah, interesting.
It's a neat connection. And finding them, like the source says, lets you appreciate the natural artistry of the earth. You're holding a piece of history.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, so we know why mountains are special. Let's contrast that more directly with river and beach prospecting. What are the key differences someone should know?
Well, the source notes that panning in rivers or combing beaches is generally, more accessible, easier for families, casual hobbyists, maybe.
Less specialized gear needed, probably.
Yeah, often less skill needed too. You're mostly dealing with stuff that water has already moved and sorted to some extent.
Right, working with loose material.
Exactly. But mountain prospecting, the source says it requires a greater level of skill, physical endurance, and knowledge of geology.
Okay, so it's a step up.
Definitely. You might be chipping away at solid rock, not just sifting sand.
Yeah.
But the potential payoff is often far greater. You might find rarer stones, a wider variety, things that haven't been worn down by water.
So steeper climb, literally and figuratively, but potentially bigger rewards. Makes sense.
Precisely.
All right, for anyone listening whose interest is piqued, thinking, okay, maybe let's talk gear. What are the absolute essentials according to our source?
Right, the must-haves. First up, durable boots, non-negotiable, waterproof, good ankle support, serious traction for uneven ground.
Makes sense. You don't want to twist an ankle miles from anywhere.
Exactly. Then, a sturdy backpack. Big enough for your gear, water, food, first aid, and hopefully some rocks on the way back.
Yeah. Okay, boots, pack. What else?
A good rock hammer. That's your main tool for carefully investigating promising rocks. Not for smashing wildly, but for strategic breaks.
Got it. Careful investigation.
Then geological maps. These are super helpful for understanding the local rock types. Knowing where certain formations are boosts your chances, you know?
Like knowing where to even start looking.
Pretty much. And a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, essential for checking out small details and potential finds.
Good point.
And safety gear.
Absolutely critical. The source stresses protective gear, sturdy gloves to save your hands, and safety goggles. Always wear goggles when hammering rock. Shards can fly.
Okay, safety first. That's a solid list. Now, navigating in the mountains, that's different from following a stream, isn't it?
Oh yeah, big difference. The source highlights a few things. A GPS device is great for pinpointing your location and tracking routes, but never rely solely on electronics. A traditional compass and knowing how to use it with a map is a vital backup. Batteries die, signals drop.
Good old analog reliability.
Exactly. Also, altitude awareness. Higher up means thinner air, potentially faster weather changes, and it affects your endurance. Got to factor that in.
Right.
And finally, a really important one, staying on marked trails when you can. It's safer for you, less chance of getting lost or hurt, and it minimizes your impact on the environment. Good points all around. Easy to get tunnel vision when you're hunting for treasure, but staying aware is key.
Paramount.
Which brings us squarely to safety. The source has a whole section on this, right? What are the main takeaways?
The absolute number one thing. Safety always be a priority. No exceptions.
Okay.
This means weather preparedness. Check forecasts obsessively before you go and pack layers for sudden changes. Mountains make their own weather sometimes.
That's very true. What else?
Proper hydration. Carry more water than you think you'll need, especially at altitude. Dehydration sneaks up on you fast up there.
It's a good reminder.
And maybe the most important, knowing your limits. Don't push yourself too hard, especially if you're new to it. Turn back if conditions worsen or you feel unwell. The mountain will still be there. No gem is worth risking your life.
Absolutely. Sensible advice. Okay, let's shift back to the exciting part, finding gems. How do you even start identifying promising locations? What clues should you look for?
This is where that geology knowledge helps. The source says look for certain geological formations. Igneous rocks, like granite, formed from magma and metamorphic rocks, ones changed by heat and pressure, are often good bets.
Okay, so not just any old rock.
Right. Also, look for mineral veins like bands or cracks in the rock filled with different minerals. Sometimes gems hide in those.
Oh, like intrusions.
Exactly. And understanding erosion and weathering helps too. These processes break down rock and can expose hidden gems over time. Think about where water flows, where wind scours.
Makes sense. Any other tips for finding spots?
Yeah, a cool one. Check historical records. Old mining reports, local history books, sometimes even talking to folks in local gem clubs can give you hints about where finds have been made before.
Like geological detective work combined with historical research.
Kinda, yeah. It adds another layer to it.
Very cool. So you're in what seems like a good area. What are the actual techniques for searching?
The source suggests a few searching techniques. Scan loose rocks and gravel, especially around stream beds within the mountain area. Water can concentrate heavier things, including some gems.
Right, like natural panning.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Also, closely examine exposed bedrock. That's the source material. If a rock looks interesting, maybe has quartz veins or unusual crystals, that's when you carefully use your rock hammer.
Absolutely.
Gently but firmly. You want to see inside, not pulverize it. And then use that magnifying glass to scrutinize anything promising. Look for color, clarity, crystal shape.
So it's about observation, careful investigation, and then close examination. Needs patience, I imagine.
A lot of patience and a keen eye.
Okay, let's say success. You find something that looks promising. Now what? How do you clean it up and figure out what it is?
Right, the after-find process. For cleaning, the advice is keep it simple. Water and a soft brush usually do the trick. Remove the surface dirt gently.
Avoid harsh chemicals.
Definitely. The source specifically warns against them. They could damage the stone. For gem identification, start basic. Good lighting helps you see inside. Compare it to photos in field guides or reliable online resources.
Okay.
The source mentions tools like hardness testers or refractometers, but those are maybe a step up. Basic comparison gets you started.
And if you're still stumped or think it's something special?
Then tap into resources for further identification. Local gem and mineral clubs are fantastic for this, full of experienced folks.
Idea.
Or if you really think you found something valuable, consider getting a professional appraisal from a certified gemologist.
Right, get an expert opinion. That covers the whole journey. pretty much. It sounds like this mountain prospecting thing is a real blend: adventure, exercise, geology, patience.
Yeah, it really is. Our source sums it up nicely. A unique and rewarding experience.
Yeah.
Different from just walking along a beach.
For sure.
It demands more the gear, the skills, the safety awareness we talked about. But that potential for finding these amazing, diverse stones right where they formed, that's a powerful draw.
The thrill of discovery combined with the effort.
Exactly, that mix of exploration and finding a little piece of Earth's artistry.
Well, for everyone listening, we really hope this deep dive has given you a good handle on the world of mountain gem prospecting. You should have a clear idea now of what's involved, why it's so appealing to some people, and how to think about it safely and respectfully if it sparks your interest.
Yeah, and it does make you think, doesn't it? About the incredible forces, the sheer time it takes to create these crystals inside a mountain.
Absolutely. Mind-boggling scales.
Makes you wonder, what else is hidden down there, you know? What other stories are locked away in these stones, formed under all that pressure, waiting to be found? It's something to ponder long after you're back down the trail.
Geological formations. Familiarize yourself with different types of rocks, such as igneous and metamorphic rocks, as well as mineral veins that may indicate the presence of gemstones. Erosion and weathering. Understand how erosion and weathering can reveal gemstones by breaking down rocks and exposing hidden treasures. Historical records. Research historical records to identify potential sites where gemstones have been found in the past. Prospecting techniques. When searching for stones in mountainous terrain, employ these techniques. Searching techniques. Look for loose rocks and gravel in stream beds or areas with exposed bedrock. Using a rock hammer. Carefully use your rock hammer to break open rocks and reveal hidden gems. Magnifying glass examination. Use your magnifying glass to examine potential finds for signs of gemstones, cleaning and identifying your finds. Once you've collected stones, it's important to clean and identify them properly. Cleaning techniques. Use water and a soft brush to clean your finds without damaging them. Avoid harsh chemicals that could harm the stones. Gem identification tools. Familiarize yourself with basic gem identification tools, such as light sources, hardness testers, and refractometers to assess your finds. Resources for further identification. Utilize online guides, local gem clubs, and expert appraisals to help identify and value your gemstones. By following this guide, you will be well equipped to embark on your gem prospecting adventures safely and successfully. Happy hunting! Why mountains? In this document, we explore the thrilling realm of mountain prospecting, a captivating activity that unveils the hidden treasures of nature. We will delve into the unique beauty and variety of semi-precious stones found in mountainous regions, showcasing their allure and significance. Additionally, we will contrast mountain prospecting with traditional methods of river and beach prospecting, artistry of the earth, contrasting with traditional river and beach prospecting. While river and beach prospecting has its own charm, it differs significantly from the mountain experience. River prospecting typically involves panning for gold and sifting through sediments, while beach combing often yields shells, sea glass, and occasional gemstones washed ashore. These methods are generally more accessible and can be enjoyed by families and casual hobbyists. In contrast, mountain prospecting requires a greater level of skill, physical endurance, and knowledge of geology. The rewards, however, can be far greater, as the semi-precious stones found in mountains are often rarer and more diverse than those typically discovered in riverbeds or along coastlines. In conclusion, mountain prospecting opens up a world of adventure and discovery, offering a unique opportunity to connect with nature and uncover its hidden treasures. The beauty and variety of semi-precious stones found in these majestic landscapes stand in stark contrast to the more conventional methods of prospecting, making it a thrilling pursuit for those willing to embrace the challenge. Unique beauty and variety of semi-precious stones found in mountainous regions, showcasing their allure and significance. Additionally, we will contrast mountain prospecting with traditional methods of river and beach prospecting, highlighting the distinct experiences and rewards each offers. The exciting world of mountain prospecting. Mountain prospecting is an adventurous pursuit that invites enthusiasts to explore rugged terrain and discover the geological wonders that lie beneath the surface. Unlike the more common practices of searching along rivers and beaches, mountain prospecting offers a unique thrill as prospectors navigate steep slopes and rocky outcrops in search of valuable minerals and gemstones. The challenge of the landscape adds an element of excitement, making each expedition a memorable adventure. Unique beauty and variety of semi-precious stones. Mountains are not only majestic in their height and grandeur, but also rich in geological diversity. They are home to a stunning array of semi-precious stones, each with its own unique characteristics and beauty. From the vibrant hues of amethyst and garnet to the intricate patterns of agate and jasper, the variety found in mountainous regions is truly remarkable. These stones often reflect the natural environment, showcasing colors and textures that are influenced by the surrounding landscape. Collecting these gems not only provides a sense of accomplishment, but also allows prospectors to appreciate the natural artistry of the earth, contrasting with traditional river and beach prospecting. While river and beach prospecting has its own charm, it differs significantly from the mountain experience. River prospecting typically involves panning for gold and sifting through sediments, while beach combing often yields shells, sea glass, and occasional gemstones washed ashore. These methods are generally more accessible and can be enjoyed by families and casual hobbyists. In contrast, mountain prospecting requires a greater level of skill, physical endurance, and knowledge of geology. The rewards, however, can be far greater, as the semi-precious